Dan, where do you see the key bottlenecks in software testing today?
I think a lot of the bottlenecks stem from speed of delivery on the development side, then also the plethora of coverage across your application, just learning to test everything and figuring out what needs assertions in general.
So, from a technical perspective, what makes this so difficult?
I think the adoption of shared component systems, frameworks that rely on package libraries, the speed that you can develop a web application that does complex things today is just absolutely astonishing. And I
Mhm.
think QA keeping up with that without being the bottleneck.
Right.
And it's not so much keeping up with development, but just figuring out all the different scenarios to test.
Right.
I think that is definitely where the industry finds the most challenge.
Product teams want to be a lot more agile, but that makes the life of a tester a lot more difficult because all of a sudden there is more releases, more granular releases, a lot more coordination needed in a lot less time.
Yeah, the job itself of the tester is just becoming a lot more technical. They need to know a lot more things on the development side, figure out how to get the application in particular states. Even if you think about just like service virtualization and the complexity that that brings, there's just so many things that a tester now has to take in on the technical side that they didn't really before. And the tooling, quite honestly, like hasn't kept up as much as it has on the development side.
Applitools uses machine learning to provide, you call this an additional pair of eyes that look over the shoulders of the software testers and catch a lot of mistakes and a lot of issues and bugs in the software that otherwise would not be catchable if everything was manual, especially not in today's world of more granular releases that happen a lot more often. So, machine learning really is key to getting test coverage and ensuring software quality today.
Correct. We see it as a better version of functional testing rather than really like a separate thing. You're driving the application into a state, and we're taking a visual snapshot of the entire scenario. And like you said, comparing it against that baseline regression using a ton of different algorithms and a ton of different nodes. But the biggest thing is that we are eliminating the assertion code, which actually, like when you look at the testing frameworks, that is most of the code you're writing, right? Driving into a different browser, going to a different URL, clicking a button. Those are all kind of simple things that have pretty advanced libraries and building blocks over the time. But it's the actual assertion that changes so many times and has so many different variables, whether the form is in focus, whether it's not, all that can be eliminated visual functional testing.
And this describes the secret sauce of Applitools very nicely. Thank you, Dan.